What is up, guys? It's your boy Gazda back at it again with some new Archero content. Can you sense the happiness in my voice? Because I had some serious audio issues with my microphone and I couldn't record this video that I wanted to do days ago. But anyway, we got it working, so here it is. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here, this is on this series where we play Archero, which is a mobile game by Happy Studios available on Android and iOS. And in these kind of videos, I dive through tips, strategies, kind of what's working for me, how I got where I'm at, my gear, all that kind of stuff. So if that's content that seems really interesting to you, I highly recommend that you hit subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I upload about 2 to 3 times per week, and I actually highly encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'm going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway, and I'm going to have more details on that towards the end of the video. Because, guys, we passed this 100 subscribers. I've been hustling my ass off for two and a half ish months, and I never imagined in a million years that I would have gotten 100 subscribers, uh, ever, let alone so quickly. So maybe that's slow to some, but to me that's amazing because all I ever wanted when I created this channel was a small little audience that enjoys, interacts, likes what I'm putting out, and wants to feel involved, and that's exactly what I got. So I'm so thankful that so many people want to hear my dumbass talk about such in the grand scheme of things, insignificant game. Because there's so many more fun games I want to play and talk about and do, and there's a community of Archero players, which is amazing. So I'm so thankful. So as a thank you, I kind of want to give something away to the audience, and I'll have more details on that later. So I highly recommend you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can find out more details when I release that in the next video. But anyway, we're dragging on. You clicked this video because you want to hear about farming. So this video is made possible thanks to SuperTeeds, who's an amazing YouTuber. I'm subscribed to her too. She does way more in-depth, cooler things with Archero than I do. Definitely takes it serious. So I'm going to link to her video right now. And go ahead and watch this video where I got this inspiration from. And if you do, and if you find you learn stuff from it, feel free to subscribe to her, leave a comment, and if you do, maybe you can mention Digital Millennium Media / Gaza. Would love to do a collab, because she's a big Helix player and plays a different play style versus me. Love to have a debate. I think it'd be great. But anyway, she decided to do a farming guide about a couple months ago on the best chapter to farm, which was chapter 6. Now, as a good scientist, we always have to replicate results, right? We have to see if it's really true. And especially with sapphires coming out, I thought this would be a great time to do a revisiting of this chapter and see, is it as good with a little bit more runs? I did 10 because I want to do 20. I really can't be bothered. Um, just do a few more attempts and see. And so that's actually the video that's running in the background is chapter 6. And if you want to see a walkthrough on that, I'll also link that up below. It's one of my older videos, so it's not as polished as I am now, but I give my general strategies on it. But anyway, she said chapter 6 is the best chapter to farm. So I want to see what the newer updates with sapphires, if that kind of still holds true. So we decided we're going to run it for 10 times. Now, let's take a look at her chart here, okay? So as you can see, SuperTeeds spreadsheet is aligned as so. And we can immediately tell that the gold is not that bad. She got out of 20 runs 110,162 gold. Not bad. And she saw the item vendor 13 times. She had drops 12 times, and she got total scrolls of 438. Okay, so out of these 20 runs, that means she encountered the vendor about 65% of the time and had dropped 60% of the time. So it's not that bad if that's kind of what you're looking for, is the vendor to buy things, and if you want to get some item drops for some fusing. Obviously, Super T's completed more runs than me, but that's kind of the way it goes. So let's move on now about my spreadsheet, okay? Okay, so I use Microsoft Excel, and again, I didn't utilize the ads because I didn't feel like that's fair, because that's not really legitimate for farming, because you only have that once per day. But I used this kind of formula, another 10 runs to validate the experiment. That brings up to 30 to see if it's actually a good farming chapter, especially with sapphires. So let's talk about this Excel spreadsheet, shall we? Dudes and dudettes. As you can see, in the 10 runs, we amassed 59,595 gold, which is not too bad. I got 71 armor scrolls, 63 spirit scrolls, 70 ring scrolls, and 41 weapon scrolls. which at my average completion rate of about 9 minutes per run isn't too bad, and the total scrolls and gold is consistent with the 20-run average you would see from SuperTeeds. Now, I will say running this chapter over and over and over and over again is dreadfully boring. Yes, it really, really was, and I was like trying to find anything to do, but obviously still paying enough attention to not die. Alas, my little snowflakes, this is the nature of farming. Imagine how our ancestors once did it, and they had to go outside. Anyway, I digress with that crappy joke. Unlike SuperTeeds, I didn't record the types of vendors' wear selections as far as rarity goes, but about half of the time he was offering, or it was offering, as it is some sort of blob creature, scrolls and sapphires, and the other half common slash great gear with a few times epic gear for sale. So it's about 50-50 on that one. Now, encountering drops in the vendor occurred 60% and 70% respectively, so that means out of 10 runs, that's more or less what you're going to get, and you can kind of see a commonality between my chart and SuperTeeds. So my drops were consistent for regular gray items. Again, if you need more of those to fuse, so you can then get fused into the green and the blue and the purple and the perfect epic and the legendary, blah 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 blah. I get it. This is not a bad level to do that. And the sapphire ratio of at least 10 per run for how quick completing this chapter is not too bad. Now, so I would say now with sapphires introduced into the game, since SuperTeeds made her video in September, I would say for bang for the buck on account of time and difficulty, this is still one of the best chapters to farm. And the bonus is with the battle pass, you can fill up your meter quite quickly since there's so many enemies. So if you're trying to farm your battle pass meter, either with the free version or with the paid version, you're going to do pretty well and get the levels pretty quickly. So I would say that yes, chapter 6, if you can stomach how boring it is once you've passed it, and once you've passed it, it obviously gets easier and easier, it's still a really good level to farm, especially for sapphires so far. So SuperTeeds is right. I think it's still on point, and with the new update, it still is correct. So that's going to do it for this video. Now, I mentioned earlier that I want to do a giveaway. So subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'm going to give all the details on that in the next video. Because I still have to figure out some of the logistics. I want to obviously do this fairly. I need to figure out exactly how people are doing this fairly and not corruptly. I'm not trying to milk the system or anything. I want to make sure there's an actual winner. So I got to figure out how I can kind of do that. But again, this is a thank you for 100 subscribers. So this is the thank you 100 subscriber video, and the next video we'll talk about what needs to actually happen to win, kind of thing. I got to decide, do I want one winner, two winners? There's a couple of logistical things that I need to figure out myself, and I'm just kind of waiting and trying to figure it out. So that's going to basically do it for this video. If you want to be entered into that contest, you're going to need to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because it's going to be in the next video. So is that a little bit of ploy? Yeah, kinda, I guess. But, I mean, do you want to win? Do you want to win? If you want to win, you're going to subscribe. So, that's going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like. It helps with YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment. And leave a comment on things you'd like me to cover. If you need advice, stuff like that, be happy to help. And again, if you go over to SuperTeeds, show some love to her. And, maybe mention your boy over here, Gazda, wouldn't mind doing a little something, a little collaboration, a little scratch your back, scratch my back, everybody's back gets scratched, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just happy my microphone works. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.